I'm Megan Bennett.
I'm Leslie Meyer.
And this is Gen X Women Are Sick of This Shit.
Hey, Megan.
Hi, Leslie.
I was wetting my whistle.
You were wetting your whistle. Where's your whistle?
Wetting my whistle. I was parched.
That's hard to say.
How are you?
I am okay. How are you?
I'm also okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mostly?
I'm mostly okay. It was a strangely shaped day.
I understand. I hear that.
Out of my work days. And so it was just like, it feels very just out of time. Like I was like, I don't know. And then I had some appointments online and I went into my little office and closed my little door. And then I come out and it's like a different color outside.
And it's like midnight.
Yeah. So it's a little disconcerting.
It is. It's weird when it gets dark at like 3:30.
Mm-hmm. We're getting so close to it.
Fan of that. Yeah. So if we can get to December, what is it, 21st? Then I feel like that's
longest night of the year.
Yeah.
The solstice.
I like that because then I know it's only going to get better or brighter.
We invite back the light. That is a critical differentiation right now.
Right.
It's going to get brighter.
No.
But
just
it might
brighter.
Not be better. And I love that we each said that the opposite way at the same time.
That seems right.
It feels good.
Because you are the yin to my yang. The left brain to my... No, I don't have one of those.
Right brain to your right brain.
Right brain.
Left brain to your left brain.
Yes, we're just two left-brained weirdos.
There you go. It makes up enough of a brain that we can do this.
We have no memory, but that's fine.
Has anything happened since we since we saw each other last that has delighted you?
Oh God, no.
Or brought a little bit of joy to your just like moment? Like personal.
This is what we would call a very pregnant pause.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to like shift the attention.
I'm thinking
something that makes you feel good.
This is when Leslie starts shrinking my head. I don't know that I've got anything other than I'm rewatching Stranger Things. That's
a tiny joy.
Except then I get bummed out because I'm like, then the final season's coming and then it's gone forever and then I'll be sad. Oh God.
You have a beautiful, sweet dog.
I do. I have a fabulous puppy. She is an emotional support puppy. Yeah. There is no doubt.
Have you eaten anything delicious recently? Or had like a unique cocktail experience?
No. God, this is terrible. No. So let's see. Drink-wise, my current drink flavor is I like a really dry hard cider.
Oh, lovely.
There's a company called Ash and Elm that's local to Indy that I think you can get other places now. I think it's expanding.
Yeah, they're expanding.
They've got a flavor called Landstone, which is like not their driest of the dry, but it's pretty dry.
And
so I like that. And then I add a little bit of black currant juice.
Oh, yes.
And then you get what is beloved in England. You can set me straight if I am wrong, ladies who are of British nationality. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but then you get a fabulous mix of the hard cider and the black currant juice. So
that sounds delush.
It is delush.
See, that's a little moment
so that's
of joy.
Good. Yeah,
it is.
And it's soup season.
Oh,
so
are you a soup maker?
Soup, yes.
Okay.
So I will make a potato leek soup that I love, and I will make a soup that we call the complicated soup because it is. But it's basically a pot pie soup. So there's chicken and ham and you make your own base and there's a lot to it. It's complicated, but it's delicious.
So it's worthwhile.
Oh yes.
And that takes like time and intention and you can just like...
It's a Sunday afternoon kind of thing. So
understand.
Yeah. Okay. So how about you?
Good things recently. Wow. I asked the question, but didn't consider that it might be asked also to me. Yes, I know exactly what's fucking brought me joy. We spent all of last weekend putting up all of our goddamn Christmas lights.
Oh.
And they look great.
Awesome.
And I am thrilled.
Good. See, and that's why you do it.
Absolutely.
It's for the joy.
It goes back to the, like, we're bringing back the light. Like the Christmas lights are like getting us through the dark times.
I think
and
that's
then the
right.
light comes back.
That's great.
So I have determined that it's all going to be done before Thanksgiving, because this will be the first Thanksgiving where my kid is like coming back from her home away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to be doing this.
No.
I want to just hang out.
That'll be fun.
It's going to get done. So that brought me
Good.
joy.
And you have a trip coming up.
Yep.
So you're going to do a little Mexico jaunt.
Yep. Do a little, it's a little work trip, but
Nice.
I will be there for like 48 hours, basically 4 days total, but 48 hours in one place. And then
That's 4 margaritas.
and then I'll be back, but it's a different temperature and that'll be nice.
Yep.
And then I'll come back and it'll be like the holiday open house situation. And then I'm pretty much at St. Patrick's Day. That's what it feels like.
And boom,
From
it's
December
2027.
on, I will just be like pulling together, our St. Patrick's Day event and doing all that fun stuff.
That's cool. We did plan a trip for September. So we're doing 4 days in London, and then we're hopping on a boat and going to Norway.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
Have you ever been to Norway?
I have not been to Norway, so I'm really excited about that. And then we end in Rotterdam, and we're going to spend the night in Amsterdam.
Perfect.
So we'll do, a little bit of tulip looking.
Are you going to? I would do a lot of drugs.
I probably will not.
Damn.
Because I'll be with the in-laws. So that would be a little awkward.
That does.
And
You
my
can't
daughter.
just,
I don't want to be that person. Like, hey, daughter.
You all are old. She's
old
not going to go
enough. I know.
scope around a little bit. I'd be like, what? I would at
Probably
least
not.
want to go hang out and like check something out. Where
I don't know that we have enough time, though.
No.
That's the other thing.
No,
we've got,
absolutely. And
a
you're
bunch
with
of
the
stuff I want to
in-laws.
see. And I've got to play. In some ways, it's frustrating because I have to be the tour guide, kind of.
Oh, got you.
So
okay.
it's the in-laws, it's our daughter and her boyfriend, plus 2 different couples.
Oh, wow.
Friend couples that are coming too.
Okay.
So and none of them have. Our family has been to England before, but none of the others have been to London before.
Okay.
So it'll be me going, okay, everybody, come on, little chickies, we're going to go look at
Yes.
the Tower of London. And
You're doing like the Griswolds trip to London kind of vibe.
kind of, yes.
You're like,
I have
let's
to
go.
lead everybody, and so
Oh, but Norway sounds amazing.
Norway will be very cool.
That's-
We get to float on the boat through the fjords.
I love fjords.
I like to say fjords.
I also love my cat,
I can hear your
who
kitty.
is meowing in sadness.
Oh, she's very distraught.
I promise, listening audience, she's fine. Are you going to take that out in post, or should I keep justifying why the cat is okay? Okay, brilliant. You can just edit around that. Otherwise, there are going to be a
She's
lot
living large.
of women who are like freaking out about
What the
the
hell is
cat.
wrong with your cat?
The cat has kitty dementia.
We think that's our best guess.
She's lost.
She's
She's
just-
forgotten.
She's
a
with
cat.
another cat. She's not alone.
She
I
just
promise
needs to
you.
be reminded that she's a cat.
We all need to be reminded that
Yes.
we're cats or
That
people.
we're people.
How about human beings? Every once in a while.
Everybody should be reminded that they are a human being,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's getting missed sometimes now.
Good golly.
Oy vey.
So we talked about doing What Shit Are We Sick Of this week, and then that just got depressing.
It did. So I appreciated your trying to focus on something that's positive.
Just anything that just was the opposite of
Miserable.
gloomy.
No, I think that's good.
Mm-hmm,
I think that's good. I'm going to cling to my puppy.
There you go.
That's
that
my thing.
and future plans. Let's do it.
I did talk to my doctor about hormones. So that was fun.
Isn't it funny?
Hormones.
That word, hormones.
I mean,
That-
when you
that-
break it up like that, it is.
That's all I ever hear. Okay.
I've never heard it before until right now.
So
and now
sorry.
I'm like, now I'll never not unhear it.
And then you're going to say it to your doctor. You're going to be
I'll be
like,
like,
what happens when a hormones?
Hormones. She gets a hot flash. Hoy.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
no.
Okay.
Well, so I started waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning on fire again. And I'm like, what the fuck? I am
Yeah.
multiple months, years into this bullshit now.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
why is this happening? So I
For
thought
sure.
I probably need touch up
A touch-up,
like
brush
give me a
up.
little bit more, like
A
I don't know,
refresher?
a top off, top off my moaning.
I need better symptom management.
I
Is
need
what
you
you're
to
saying.
top off my moaning whore.
There you go.
And so she's going to send me a kit in the mail, I guess, that's like a hormone testing kit. And I have to, it's a saliva kit. So I have to spit in a tube multiple times a day to measure like
The joke just keeps going. Hormones
spitting in a tube.
Yep. Okay. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. It's just funny.
No, that's, yeah. It's just funny.
So you're going to spit in the tube.
I'm going to spit a tube and I'm going to see if my hormones fluctuate.
Yes, certainly.
Over the course of a day.
Okay.
So.
And then she'll get the data and then she'll say,
yes.
at noon.
You
need
peak hormone.
An injection.
Your moans are horning. Your moans are horning? Your whores are moaning.
Or your moans are horning. I mean, it
moans
works.
are horning.
Both ways.
Extra loud at noon. But by about 7 p.m., they're plumb tuckered out.
I mean, it's been a long day at work, honestly. You gotta be done. Okay, so then they'll glean from that. Do you need to make some increases?
Yes, whether they need to increase my levels of some sort.
Gotcha. And then you'll stop sweating. So are you back to like having a fan in the room?
No, because it's just like 3 o'clock in the morning. Wake up. Sheets are hot.
Okay.
And like I'm not, sweaty, gross or anything, but the sheets are like on fire hot.
Okay.
So I get up, go to the bathroom, let them cool down. Gotta let the sheets cool down.
Yes.
And then can crawl back in.
And then you get back in bed.
And sometimes it's with or without clothes because I'm like, now I'm hot. So,
right. So you have to take everything off.
Which the husband thinks is an invitation.
You're like, no.
But it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It is not an invitation. It's just me literally being on fire. So please, husband, as much as I love you, not an invitation.
Don't fucking touch me.
Also, if you do, you're liable to get burned because I am hot.
I mean, that's what he's probably thinking.
You know what I mean. Not the way that, he's going to be grossly disappointed.
Okay, alternative theory.
Yes.
What if?
Yes.
You're actually becoming a superhero because of all of the shit that we ate as Gen Xers, which is what got us to lawn darts.
Yeah.
Earlier
when we were chatting.
But what if there's like a nuclear option and you're like, that DEET
it was
and
all the
of
things
those...
that could have killed us got us to lawn darts before.
Yep, it did a while ago. It was a long time ago, but it always comes back around. But just regardless, what if some Gen X fission process is turning you into a superhero?
that could be the case.
I think that would be
It's the mosquito spray.
Yeah.
It's red number 5.
Absolutely.
It's creepy crawlies.
All the bubble gum you ate.
All the bubble gum.
That's still there.
Really wasn't good. Yeah, because you swallowed it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in your
stomach
for 7 years. Well, presumably it's probably gone now, right?
Oh, absolutely. It didn't. That was actually a myth.
For 7 years.
That was on the list of things that were myths that we believed from our childhood. I was so disappointed to find out that gum did not actually say.
What were some others?
I don't ask me directly because I'll never remember them. They just have to weave their way in through our conversation.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, but we're going to talk about memories tonight.
We're going to talk about memories.
Yeah, because you had one.
Yeah. So here's why. Like I was watching season 4 of Stranger Things.
Yes.
And in season 4, which is fabulous, there is a roller rink. There's a whole thing where Elle is at the roller rink and she takes a skate and she wonks her bully in the head with a skate, which who among us hasn't wanted to
sure as fuck does
take care of their bully?
Absolutely.
Upside the head with a skate.
And for some reason now she's in trouble. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Right. No. Bully. She got what she had coming to her. So Angela was the bully's name.
That bitch.
If your name is Angela and we don't think you're a bitch, you're probably fine. Yeah.
You're probably fine. We don't want to promise. Don't take this as proof.
So anyway, watching that whole episode, I was like, God, I'm so crazy nostalgic for roller rinks and roller skating.
Okay.
And, I played roller derby for 4 or 5 years. And that sort of, I don't know, made me happy to be able to do that. But God, that whole like getting up, going roller skating on a Friday or Saturday night, the skating parties that you would have in elementary school, stuff like that. So I thought Well, we thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little deep dive on the history
Ooh.
of roller skating and of, roller rinks. So that's where we are.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na. We're going roller skating. I just made that up right now. Because that song is in my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around.
I can.
That is
But which direction?
what it's all about. Put your right foot in. You put your right foot out.
Oh, that wasn't the roller
Put your
rink.
right foot in,
It
you
took me a
put your
minute to
right
catch
foot
up. I
out.
do remember that now.
And you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Left foot! Okay.
Yeah. So yes. So I am curious
Yes.
if you remember, and
Yes.
by you I mean the royal you, right? Like everybody who's listening.
Me and all of the me's inside
All the
me.
people.
Oh,
Like-
and the people listening, yes.
Sure. So like the first time that you let go of the wall at the roller rink,
Mm-hmm.
probably like 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You've got rented skates. They smell like,
Always.
Lysol and
Oh, whatever.
socks,
Yes.
feet.
Sweat.
Yeah, right. Your jeans are probably too tight. So if you fall down, good luck getting back up,
Yeah,
Like
true.
your Jordache are probably a
Mhm.
little too snug.
Fair.
Your whole goal in life is to not wipe out,
Mm-hmm.
right? And not look like a doofus during couple skate
Just don't let me fall
or
down.
whatever. Yeah.
I don't.
I mean-
you don't want to do that, and like the whole your whole self-image. I mean, just everything that is most important in your life. Your reputation is hinging on whether or not you collapse or you can keep yourself upright. And when you have to go around the corners
Uh-huh.
and you're not very good and you're sort of trying to get your
If you
do
can
the
get that, do
thing.
the crossover.
The crossover
Uh-huh. No,
without,
that's what all the
falling on
that's
your
what all the
ass
things
in
were.
front of your crush or your buddies or whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing. So tonight we're going to roll back. And, yeah, I'm probably going to have some skate puns.
Do it.
Whatever. We're going to talk about the history of the roller rink, why it was such a huge deal for kids like us growing up in the 70s and the 80s.
We're going to go from fancy 18th century party tricks.
Nice.
Back in the 18th century, they had
Way
something
on
that
back.
rolled.
They did.
To Victorian immortality, to disco balls. Oh my gosh. Black skate nights,
Yep.
black light skate
Yep.
nights. Roller derby, rollerblades. TikTok, which I don't TikTok. And of
You
course,
should TikTok a little bit.
our deeply awkward roller skate memories.
Yep. Awesome. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I think that's kind of
Perfect.
fun.
I think people will love that.
I think so too. So before we do that, should we
Yes.
do a quick break?
Yes. Oh, we should acknowledge people may have died this week. But
But we didn't track that, did we?
They weren't important enough for us to remember.
No one that we knew personally.
That's what we said.
died
No
this
one-
week.
The one that we knew personally died this week that I can recall right now.
Yeah,
that may
I
not
think-
be true.
How crazy is that if we got through an entire 2
I-
weeks without any big names?
I don't know if that's true. I'm just too fucking busy to
I do
notice.
know that Dick Van Dyke is not dead, so don't freak out.
He's alive.
As of this recording, he is alive.
Mhm.
But he's getting ready to celebrate his 100th birthday.
I love him.
Yeah, same.
That's wonderful.
So, I mean, we obviously are not going to have him around too much longer, but it's nice that we still have him.
I wanted to say so many things. It's I don't know. You can live forever.
I
How
don't
long
think
is
he
forever?
can.
100 years.
100 years. I'm tired just thinking about it.
1925.
Yeah.
Oh, he's born the same year that my grandmother was born. You know what I found out?
What's up?
That they are actually what did I find out? My grandmother, that's actually Silent Gen,
Yes.
1925.
Yes. Is that right?
Oh, no.
No.
Lost Gen.
Lost Gen. Yes. And then Boomer. And then Silent is somehow.
No, Silence before Boomer. No, it's the Lost Generation, Silent Generation, and then Boomers.
Okay.
Boomers
Why
are
were they
our
silent?
parents.
Do we know?
Shh.
I'm not allowed to ask questions.
We'll be right back and we'll answer that question.
Okay, that's good. Gen X Women Are Sick of the Shit is supported by Lilas, Love You Like a Sis, a Gen X women's social club.
What's Lilas, Megan?
Lilas is our off-platform, off the books of faces, off all of the other traditional social media. It is our space and place for Gen X women to come together, have conversations, meet each other. It's a social club.
It is a social club. It's a membership-based club. Memberships are $10 a month. That does help support us in growing the platform. We purchased a platform that would host a network of women so that you could come together and meet each other in real time.
In a safer space,
Yes.
right, than a traditional social media platform, and a much more personal space. So what do we do there, Leslie?
We host movie nights where we live stream some of our favorites as they are available to us. For group watches of films from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We host a space for a monthly book club. We host
Trivia nights
once a month. We have a live text
4
chat.
prizes even.
4 prizes. That's true.
Yeah.
The space is able to host like weekly text chats so that you can kind of check in real time with people. I would say the critical difference between kind of what this space is and any other social media space that I've experienced is that it is active. You will have to engage in it or be engaged in it by other people. So it's not like a passive consumption thing. It's like making connections.
Yep. And if that's what you're looking for, the opportunity to meet other people, to find people who are maybe in the same similar spaces as you are.
Like-minded, same time phase of life, navigating all of those transitions.
Then this might be the right place for you. So check out Lilas. You can learn more about it at genxwomenpod.com. And we're back.
We are so back.
Okay, so the question was,
why was the silent
generation called the silent generation? And my theory is that
Please
the greatest generation, which was my grandmother, told her younger sibling to shut the fuck up. And she did. And that's why she was the silent generation.
It's the only way to get quiet.
I mean,
that is so close.
Oh, good.
In a contextual, cultural way. You're so close.
I'm close.
We had to like give this the Googles. And wait, you just said the other generation that was before it. Greatest generation. What we realized is that Dick Van Dyke is actually in the greatest generation.
Okay.
Which makes sense because he was born in 1925. And that is how we even got to this damn conversation to begin with.
Because he's not dead.
Right.
Yes.
And then the silent generation is called that because they were very eager to kind of like have some life stability post World War II and post the Great Depression and the stock market
nobody told him to
crash.
shut up. They may have.
I mean, the world did.
The world told him to shut up.
The pressures of survival said, you just be fucking happy when you get a job and you have $1.
They were all like, you know what?
Food.
We're good.
We're like,
We're
fine.
just gonna be
We
quiet.
don't need to rebel. You all have been a hot mess. I was born into catastrophe.
I need some chill.
I think I'm just going to want like a nice little house. And so that way it was popularized by a 1951 Time magazine article, which described the youth of the time as being quiet, conforming, and somewhat fatalistic. I think that these are also going to be
These feel like
Gen
us.
Alphas. Or
You think so?
are they alphas right now?
Yeah.
Or- yeah.
That's the youngest.
Because they've been born
I think
into
that's the youngest.
the fucking pandemic.
Yeah.
And whatever this is.
And they all went through whatever the fuck's going on.
You know
now.
what I mean?
Right.
You're
Like,
going to want like stability.
the next generation after them will probably even be more fucked up.
Yeah.
That'd be my
Or
guess.
like it'll get, because they'll be suffering the after effects of all of this shenanigans. And then like their kids will be like, holy Jesus, get it together.
Right.
Let's just.
Right.
And then we'll start this whole damn cycle again. But we will have slowly progressed human rights forward.
Second greatest generation.
Isn't time a wonky, weird thing?
It is.
Let's time travel, shall we?
Okay. Because we're going to talk about roller skating and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think so. As best as I can recall from a couple minutes ago.
From way back a couple minutes ago.
Roller
Okay.
skates.
All right. So we're going to start back before your local roller rink where your mom dropped you off. With,
Yes.
handed you $5. and a roll of quarters for the tiny little arcade and said, good luck. Right?
You are
before that.
freewheeling.
So we're going all the way back to the 18th century.
What?
All the way back.
We're going back in time. The first recorded use of roller skates is in 1743 in London on a stage, which feels like a foolish thing to do. But why wouldn't we do that? We don't even know who invented that thing, the wheels on the shoes kind of thing. Some mystery theater kid just rolled out on boots with wheels. Okay. Seems valid. And everyone's like, what the hell?
Well, exactly. So my favorite origin story is 1760. Mm-hmm. So a few years later than that, there's a Belgian inventor. His name is John Joseph Merlin.
Nice name.
And he decides to introduce his new inline skates at a fancy party in London. Okay. So this Belgian guy shows up, puts on these skates.
Party, London.
Comes to this party, 18th century drag, like all dressed up, playing a violin on metal wheeled skates.
Brilliant.
Just as one does.
Yes.
He has no way to stop.
Sure.
He crashes right into a giant mirror.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Okay.
So he shatters the mirror, shatters the violin, probably shatters his dignity at some level. And roller skating then is born into chaos.
People were like,
people are just like, what the hell?
Let's do that some more.
Let's do more of that.
And for a long time, that's all there are just these like inline skates with metal wheels. You can roll forward. I mean, I remember, I think some of like the very earliest skates that I was ever on were the kind that you could just like clip onto your shoes and strap on. And that's pretty much that. You're not turning.
No, you're not doing much of anything.
You're going forward.
So in 1819, somebody finally patents a roller skate in France. It's still inline, and it's still not that Friday night at the roller rink kind of skates. Where
you're like cornering really hard,
right? Okay. Jam skating and all that. But the big change doesn't actually come until about the 1860s.
Enter the stage James Leonard Plimpton, New York inventor and low-key. Is that like a skate joke? Because there were like keys that you would use to like tighten it. That's funny. Marketing genius. In 1863, he invents the quad skate. Yes, 4 wheels in a 2x2 setup with little pivoting trucks. So suddenly when you lean, your skates turn instead of just like launching you into furniture, tree, another person, whatever.
A giant glass mirror.
Which can happen.
Exactly. So that's when you get the first actual roller skating craze. People aren't laughing at the guy crashing into mirrors. They're like, hey, you know what? This is something I could do, and I might not even die doing it.
And Plimpton, he was smart about it, the low-key marketing genius. In 1866, right after the Civil War, he rents out the dining room of this fancy hotel in Newport, Rhode Island, the Atlantic House.
So the wild part is that during the Civil War, that same building had been used as a temporary campus for the U.S. Naval Academy. So one year you've got midshipmen doing naval tactics, and the next year you've got rich people learning how to roller skate in the dining room.
Rich people are so fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, right?
He fills it with rental skates, invites the public in, and bam, you've got like the first American roller rink.
I love it. It totally works. So like through the 1800s, especially in New England, purpose-built rinks start popping up all over the place. And they're these big multi-purpose halls. So they're skating halls, they're dance halls, they're community meeting halls. They've got big chandeliers, they've got grandstands, they've got, couples in top hats and bustles all circling the floor, maybe on skates, maybe dancing, right?
Oh, so everybody's having fun. And you know what happens when people have fun?
Nothing good.
Other people freak out because fuck your fun. There's like a moral panic. My Lord, what will happen if we're all on wheels?
Can you imagine everybody being like, oh my God, did you see that? They're gliding across the floor.
Rolling. There's this paper in Lowell, Massachusetts that complains the local rink is the cause of more and worse. So there already was immorality, but more and worse immorality in the city than the music halls, which is saying a lot.
That is.
You're more immoral than the local orchestra. The local cellist.
I
guess.
And all of that's kind of funny when you think about it, because that's totally what people said about MTV in the 80s, right?
Absolutely.
And they say that now about TikTok and about all that. So,
I mean, functionally more and worse with our phones. That's true.
Of course. Not untrue, right?
But the truth, the thing that is problematic is not the thing that people are screaming about.
Of course.
Right.
No. So new technology, dancing, young people, it's like the fucking end of civilization.
As always. So we roll forward to the early 1900s. Skating is pretty well established. There are mass-produced skates. They're big rinks like the Chicago Coliseum, drawing thousands of people. Roller derby starts up in the 1930s.
Yes,
did you know that?
I did.
Did you do?
Yes.
You had to do like your roller derby history class, I'm assuming.
So no, we had no roller derby history class, but I do know that it started that way.
That's awesome.
It was more entertainment, less sport.
Okay.
So it was more like watching, these women just kind of go at it on the rink. And most of the time they were like a banked rink. So I skated flat rink, rink, but the bank skating was like the 30s all the way up through mid 70s when you would watch it on TV.
Oh.
Do you remember watching it on TV? Did you ever see it?
I remember the movies about roller derby in the 70s.
Okay.
I mean, they were like,
it
ultra
was
spandexy, sexy ladies, but they were also then like busting the shit out of each other.
Yes.
It was sort of like a full contact, aggressive yet sexy.
Totally
sport.
like fake, like wrestling. And I'm probably going to get in trouble with somebody for calling wrestling fake, but
they know
let's be
it's
honest.
Staged.
I hope they do.
I mean, they're surely. I'm assuming that we have critical thinking. It's fine. That's a silly thing. Okay, please continue with your story. What happens? Roller derby starts in the 30s as more of like they called it a contact endurance race.
Sure. Yep.
Just kind of hit each other and keep going.
Keep going. Try to stay up. So that sets us up for the mid 20th century boom. So you've got organ music, you've got drive-in waitresses on skates.
Yes.
Right? Like think of your Happy Days and stuff like that.
Yeah, and for sure.
Right. And then eventually we get into kind of our hot era, which would be like the roller disco era.
Yes.
But really, before we get to that, before we have mirror balls and we've got Xanadu,
my
which
favorite
we have talked
movie.
about Xanadu before.
My God. So brilliant.
We should probably talk about the actual buildings themselves that roller skating is happening in, because it kind of tells the story about America. So
fascinating. I have a little bit of information about that.
Please do tell.
So that we found this article that traces 150 years of roller rinks through architecture. And once you kind of like get that information, you can't unsee it. The way rinks, I mean, I guess that makes so much sense because they're social centers and they just like reflect what's happening in the country. And they're also pop culture social centers.
Right. Absolutely. So the 19th century, the early New England rinks are basically ballrooms. They're big high ceilings. They've got chandeliers, multi-use spaces. It's skating, but it's also where you had all your meeting halls and all that stuff, right?
And immorality. And then you fast forward to like after World War II, when America's heading to the suburbs, people are leaving cities, they're buying cars, they're living off the highways. And then the roller rink just like follows them there.
Yeah.
Not in a sprouty leg way.
Not in a
Stranger Things
way. But this is where we get that archetype, the Leviton Arena. So it's on Long Island, and it is this huge utilitarian brick box, and it's right off the road.
Oh, got you.
But it had a giant neon sign, and basically it was like shouting to the world, like, get in here, start skating,
come skate,
bring the family and come skate.
So it was the big box, the roller skating box rink.
Exactly.
Inside there was like a 200-foot maple floor of fluorescent lights and a live organ player in the corner, which like here we had Paramount Music Palace. There was like now there was not skating, but it was like the live organ music was a big draw. And on weekends, about 1,700 skaters packed in. It's like a roller skating mall with organ music.
So that's kind of the image that a lot of us have as Gen X kids. We've got this big box in a parking lot with a neon sign and has a name like Skate World or Rolling Thunder or whatever, right?
Well, for us here locally, like it was USA skates.
Okay.
So
That was your
I went
ring?
to a school on the west side of Indianapolis, and we would actually go on Fridays
Mhm.
during school.
Mhm.
Like I went to a Montessori school. I already told you about my crazy Montessori school.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so there were like 12 of us. No, there's probably like 20 of us on a small,
That's not a very big skating party.
small bus. Well, it was open to the public. So there's like
You
kids
guys
from
didn't have
other
the whole-
schools.
yeah.
We kind of went like from, I don't know, 1 to 3 or something like that. And it was red, white, and blue. I think it's now like pink, yellow, and blue or something
It's
like
still
that.
standing though.
There is, I don't know if the location still exists. I don't know if it's still open, but it
Okay.
was there for a long time. And we would like get dropped off and we would go in and there were like the big round seats
Yep.
and they're carpeted and we would have enough for like our skate rental. We get our like rental tan skates with like the orange
Yes,
toe things and the
yes.
like weird toe protectors that
Uh-huh.
definitely made it look like you had rental skates on.
Yes.
And we would get those and then like we would get out on the rink and
How
skate.
were you? Were you pretty good?
I was okay. I was an ice skater.
Oh,
So now they're not
that
the
helps.
same.
No.
And I had
But-
ice skated for
But if your
a few
ankles
years.
are used to
Yes.
ice skating, then it makes it a little easier.
For me, like ice was infinitely simpler. You're just gliding. So-
Yeah.
And it's all like control. So roller skates were a little bit more challenging. So I
Okay.
didn't like totally die, but I could not skate backwards very well or do that like shoot the duck thing.
Oh, I could never
with
do the
roller
shoot the duck.
skates
Oh my God, no.
because-
could you do it with ice
It
skating?
was so heavy. Yeah. Ice skating, way easier. The wheels on roller skates were
Sure.
just so heavy. And I was like 8, 9, 10
Oh,
years
to be able
old.
to lift that front
like
leg
to
up.
lift your front leg.
I gotcha. I could never get down low enough to be able to do
Oh,
the shoot the
got
duck.
you.
Like I was,
Yes.
I mean, I'm not a tall person, but it was like, I don't think my body bends that way.
I heard.
And-
Understood.
And it was so funny is one of the gals that I skated roller derby with, her derby name was Fire and Brimstone.
Amazing.
Pretty great.
Mhm.
She's really tall.
Uh-huh.
And she was fucking awesome at shoot the duck. I was like, how do you do that?
I wonder if it's called the same thing everywhere.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Are we saying something that's like Indiana?
I feel like people know that.
Tell us.
Yeah, we need to
Did
know.
you call it something else?
But if you're squatting down, you've
Okay.
got one leg underneath you, like your
Yeah.
butt is sort of over one leg, and your
Yes.
other leg is straight out, and the skate is up.
And you're
off the ground.
moving.
Yeah,
And you're, yes.
Yeah.
So she could do it.
she could do it. And
Could
in
she-
fact, she would get so low doing it that she could skate in between people's legs.
That's amazing.
Which is really cool. Not mine, because again, I'm really short.
You're
But
really-
like that just
We are
wasn't gonna work.
We're in the short club.
Yeah, super short.
That's amazing.
So my rink is still around.
Oh.
On the east side of Indianapolis, there's a place called the Roller Cave.
Oh yeah. Yes. I know of
And,
this.
Yeah, the Roller Cave is awesome. It has not changed very much in 40 plus
Amazing.
years.
That
It's
was my curiosity.
wild.
Okay.
Like the same, it's got, at least the last time I was in there, it still has the same paintings on the wall.
No.
It still has the same furniture. I think it's different carpet. Please God, I hope it's different carpet.
Mhm.
But we had lockers in there so you could lock up
Mhm.
your stuff.
Yeah.
It had big round like tables.
Mm-hmm.
It had a little snack bar.
Mm-hmm.
It had an arcade that went along one end of the rink, and on the other end of the rink was like where the slow skaters were. So if you were brand new to it and you
okay.
needed like a safe space,
Yes.
you could go over there and skate and like hug the wall and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then it had these little like nooks
Uh-huh.
kind of on another corner
Uh-huh.
that had a bench, and it was a little dark in there, and that's where you could go and neck.
It was like a makeout
you
corner.
wanted to.
I bet nobody was watching those
Never.
corners.
Like probably everybody.
They're all spying on them.
Right.
Who's going in?
Who's going in there? But in elementary school, so our schools, we had a obviously it was a big school district. So
Yeah.
it would be like the 6th grade skating party, and it would be 6th grades from multiple schools. So you would have
yeah.
all these schools that would get together and go to their skating party.
Yeah.
At one time, which was pretty fun.
Oh no. We were like separated from the rest of the public.
Yeah.
It was
that's
just our
crazy.
school. We just,
I mean,
I mean, there were other schools there during the day, but like, you know,
you didn't mingle with others.
we did. I'm not saying that means anything one way or the other, but it was probably for the best. We were feral. It was fine. It was not appropriate.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So,
Okay.
so anyway, like the Levington skating rink, it eventually gets demolished in the 80s.
Uh-huh.
And that's like a lot of those post-war kind of places.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah,
a whole
yeah.
bunch of tear down the old stuff, build something new,
Yep.
kind of thing.
And well, on the West Coast, contrary to the Levittown situation, on the West Coast, the story is a little different. In California, you've got car culture.
Of course,
And
yes.
lots of weird, like semi-industrial spaces.
Mhm.
So while some rinks are built from scratch, others are just like reuses.
Yeah. So the Moonlight Rollerway was in Glendale, California.
Mhm.
And it originally started out as an aircraft parts foundry. So,
Wow.
big industrial space.
Okay.
And then in the 1950s, somebody slaps in a maple floor, put a nice
Mhm.
floor down, throw a snack bar in there, put an organ in. Because
Yes. We
and,
need organs.
and then boom, you've got an instant roller rink.
And it still looks so mid-century. The entry with the old fluorescent lights, a snack bar, the popcorn machine, the molded plastic chairs.
Yes.
It's like walking into your grandma's photo album, but on skates.
So just sliding into grandma's room.
Hmm.
So then we jump again, right, to now where we've got brand new rinks. Doesn't happen very often, but when they do get built, there's often some part of like an urban park or a redevelopment of some
Right.
sort. I know we've
Yes.
got by the velodrome on the west side, and
Mhm.
we've got a bike track, the
Mhm.
velodrome in Indy, and they've put in a skate park for like skateboards,
Mhm.
but there's also a space where kind of like a half type of
half pipe kind of
half
vibe,
pipe.
half bowl.
And I have seen people on quad skates doing some tricks and stuff in there.
Nice.
So
that's
so that's kind of what
awesome.
I think is sort of kind of replace those roller rinks.
There's a great example of the roller rink at Brooklyn Bridge Park.
Oh,
On Pier 2, it's got like skyline views. It's one piece of a multi-use recreation area with like bocce courts and shuffleboard and playgrounds. Shuffleboard. We need to fucking bring back competitive shuffleboard.
So
I'm just
what's
saying.
fun about that is I think I have seen that recreation park. The
okay.
last time we were in New York, we took the train. There's a couple different ways to get to Manhattan from Brooklyn. One is underground, underwater, and then the other one is to go basically on one of the bridges.
Yes.
And I remember going over and looking down, and there was like this really cool in Manhattan, like this really cool recreation place that had pickleball, tennis. I bet you anything that's where that is.
That's
and
cool.
now I need to know. It's the next time I go, I'm gonna have to take my skates.
Inquiring minds.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Those are very different from the like gilded ballroom or a big neon box in Levittown, but the core recipe hasn't changed. There's a smooth floor, something over your
Yes.
head, some music, and some wheels, and
yeah,
questionable nachos,
probably super questionable nachos,
which are the best kind of nachos.
All right, so now we need to get into our era, and that's where those neon boxes and those converted warehouses were the place to be on a Friday night when we were kids.
What did the rink actually mean to us as 70s and 80s kids? I'm sure everybody has a different story because it was more than just a place to like get embarrassed and fall down in public.
I mean, I think besides the shopping mall, which was super important, this was kind of a place for our first social network. So, by the late 1940s, roller skating was America's biggest participation sport.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know, it's cool. 18 million skaters. There were 5,000 rinks.
Wow.
And so by the time that this gets to us, it's totally normalized weekly ritual to go and hang out at a roller cave.
Your parents just like
roller rink.
Drop you off at 7 if they cared, if somebody else's parents didn't drop you off. They would pick you up at 10. They knew where you were. Inside, you have just enough freedom to like feel wild, but there are still adults kind of like technically in charge.
Technically. Mostly it was just like an older teenager who really didn't give two shits
renting
about
you the
anything.
skates.
Right. Like, there you go, kid. So you get the rental skate counter, where you have to like get your skates.
Yeah. Hope they have my size.
Hope they have your size. I hope you don't get some that are like look like they've like old shitty bowling shoes, right?
Yep.
Like that are super broken in. You've got a weird kind of sticky carpet with the neon squiggles on it. Like I can picture the rollercade carpet still. You get the arcade, you get a snack bar, and it's got pizzas, it's got sodas, hot dogs, popcorn, that kind of crap. Although I want to say we didn't have popcorn because I don't think they wanted it on the floor.
I mean, that makes sense. That seems like a reasonable adult decision.
Yeah. Like, right? Like, don't put something like, I could be wrong, but I feel like that was a thing.
Because why would you want to be roller skating over popcorn? I mean, inevitably, some kid's going to go out there with a mouthful of popcorn and spit it everywhere. Like, let's
or fall and like,
clear. And there were rules at the skating rink. There was a fast lane on the outside. There's a wall hugger lane on the inside. Actually, that was reverse.
The reverse, yeah. So you had the
wall huggers were on the far. But there was like a space more in the middle where like if you could get off the wall.
Yes.
And you could get to the center.
Right.
You were a little bit safer.
But it was like Frogger. Where, like, good luck getting from there over there because you were going to get run over.
And you don't skate the wrong way. Nope. They'll tell you when you're going to like switch directions. Yes. You don't cut through the middle. And if you fall, you get up as fast as you can. But also as a skater,
or you crawl off.
You should, be mindful. Don't run over the children.
Well, so then you also didn't have organs anymore. Like we had
for sure,
DJs.
Yeah. No organs at my skating rink.
Yeah. We didn't have like a true traditional like DJ. It was just I take that back. There was a DJ.
Yeah. Somebody was
But it was just kind
music.
of a dorky kid playing music. It wasn't like when you think of DJs now, you think of like somebody who has curated
DJ then and DJ now. Well, we had like sort of we went during the day. Like there would be somebody there that would call out like reverse skate, slow skate, like
couple
we're going to do a dark skate. We're going to do so there was like an MC. I would think of them more as like an MC of the skating experience.
Right. They weren't curating the music like.
Yeah. Sometimes because sometimes they would give like intros to some of the songs. Like it was a little bit of a like radio DJ MC vibe on the west side.
Yep.
But they weren't like the theme is, or like trying to like I don't know. My son would think I'm ridiculous.
You wouldn't have like mixing your Depeche Mode that would then go into your Erasure song
yes.
on the beat.
Right? Absolutely.
It was
not
like
that.
That.
There would be what you just said. Like there would be somebody going couple skate. And then you had to figure out if anybody's going to skate with you.
Oh, God.
The snowball where a couple skate starts with just a few people and then they pull people in. So you're kind of like waiting to get like picked. You're like, oh,
thank you. And that was like a snake, right? And they kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the music. So for a lot of us, the rink was where we first heard certain songs too.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Because you didn't have satellite radio. You didn't have, whatever. And we didn't have MTV back then either.
Mm-hmm.
So it was sort of like where we've heard those first songs and you heard disco and you heard funk and you heard like early hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
The first time you hear Prince.
Stuff Raspberry
like
Beret was one of my favorite songs at the skating rink.
That was a big time skating rink song.
Remember that.
Yep.
You already said this, but I'm going to ask you really quickly. Your home rink, what was it called?
That was the Roller Cave.
Okay. What did it smell like?
Oh my God. I couldn't tell you exactly what it smells like, but I could tell you that it still smells the same. So like literally the last time I went in there, it like hit me like just this wave of nostalgia. Really wild.
We should make it a candle.
Exactly the same.
What was the song where you knew you were cool if you skated to it? Like where you felt awesome?
So I was a weird alternative kid.
Mm-hmm.
So if they ever played anything that was not something that was on the radio, it was like
and
an
you knew
alternative
it,
something, and I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That
so
made me
wait,
the cool
how
kid.
old were you when you went to the skating rink?
Oh, so probably. I mean, it started in elementary school, so probably like 5th and 6th grade, and then
so it's like 10, 11.
Yeah, and then all the way through high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That gives some context
How about you?
To that.
Do you know what it smelled like? Your USA skates?
I have more visuals. Like it was carpety. It was red, white, and blue.
Okay.
I don't remember so much a smell of it, but the song was Another One Bites the Dust.
Oh, that is a good one.
And because when it would start, there was just something about it. And then inevitably somebody would fall and it was funny as fuck. And I just thought it was like fate. Yep. I do remember that. It was my favorite.
That's awesome. Yeah, Queen.
Yes.
Queen's a solid choice.
It was great. We loved that. Never, ever did a couple skate with someone that I liked. Did you?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
I don't have a memory of that.
Yeah, I don't feel like that. I think I remember seeing that happening.
For
sure.
sure.
I remember people, couple skating. And it was all the thing.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I was just skating with my girlfriends.
I might have had a boyfriend or something maybe that I don't know.
We were weird at school and we were the weird kids. So the selection was very limited. So I was just hanging out with my friends.
Okay.
We would just skate together.
What would you wear to skate?
Oh, we were just nerds. We didn't dress up.
No.
Like we were just in our school clothes.
Yeah.
So it was just like whatever my parents... We had no uniforms. We just wore whatever.
Yeah.
So I do remember like the era of kind of like Olivia Newton-John kind of satin shorts and a little crappy top. And then this is so telling, the Olivia Newton-John braided terry cloth like headbands that had like the strings on it.
Physical.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those were kind of cool. And
roach clips.
Yeah.
With feathers.
But none of us were really allowed to have those. We didn't know why. We just weren't allowed to have them.
Oh, okay.
Because they were so cool. Why would you not want me to have
and
those?
I don't remember like anybody telling me that I couldn't have one of those. I had no idea what it was for.
No, absolutely not. I just thought they were beautiful.
Yeah. Like I remember knowing that it was called a roach clip but not knowing what the fuck that was.
What does
like,
that
what
mean?
Is a roach? Like ew.
Like a cockroach?
I'm not gonna clip a roach.
I can tell you, this is a really specific memory. Out of the group of girls that I would skate with, we did have an idea for skate club jackets.
Yes.
And matching berets. And they were going to be purple sequined jackets. This all went with like raspberry beret being on the like. And then we were going to have purple berets and we would be like a skate squad.
A skate crew.
This was our fantasy. So God, in our imaginations, that is what we thought we were. And so we were probably like 9 or 10.
Nice.
This was a very highly developed.
Yes. I love that. You've got a girl gang.
It was in our imaginations. We were going to do that. It was pretty awesome. But one of the fucking coolest things, did you ever go skating when there were like professional skaters there also at an open skate?
Yes.
Do you remember like?
Yes. So they're at Roller Cave still in now and then.
Yes.
There's a group of African American skaters and they jam skate. And I couldn't tell you what day of the week they do that. It might be Saturday. I don't know. But they come in and the music is for them and it is fucking amazing.
Oh, that's so cool.
So much fun. And I was actually talking to my mom on the way over here about what we were going to talk about today. And she was like, oh yeah, jam skating. And I said, well, when I played roller derby, there was a gal, I mean, she's still a gal and she's still a friend of mine, but her derby name was Shady Lane and her number was 317, which is our area code here.
Amazing.
Which I think is pretty cute.
Yes. It's funny.
Is that right? 317 or was it a zip code? Maybe it was a zip code. Anyway, Shady was, and I'm sure still is, just the coolest jam skater I have. I don't know how she learned. I don't know where she learned. But damn, it was always fun to come out when we would skate out before derby. They would play like AC/DC or something like that to get us wound up. Or I can't remember, like a bunch of other like cool songs. And she was so good at like just going to the beat and getting that like crisscrossing over. And
that's awesome.
So fun.
I love that.
Yep.
So skating was not only a place where like we built our very complex social lives.
Right. Your
skating
girl gang
was also like incredibly political, which I did not realize this.
Oh, talk to me.
Until you were like talking through it and we were looking at the research. And it was especially political in minority communities. For a long time, rinks were segregated, unsurprisingly.
Makes sense, yeah.
Even without official Jim Crow laws, you had rinks that were just straight up segregated, like no black skaters allowed or only allowed on certain nights for like soul night or family night or gospel night. And people didn't like that.
Well, good. There were skate-ins. So like the roller rink, think of the roller rink version kind of a sit-in. So starting in the 40s and the 50s, black skaters would show up, they would demand a skate, and they would refuse to leave when they were turned away. So in a lot of ways, it's part of that broader civil rights movement that was happening at the same time.
Even official after segregation. Officially, not officially, but officially ends, you still saw rinks like using dress codes and music rolls. I mean, all the very like coded ways in which we keep segregation going.
Right.
We still see it today, right? Like no baggy clothes, no hip hop nights, shutting down urban skating. You know, there's a lot of coded language in that.
Yeah. So what's extra wild is that while that is happening, black skaters are also literally inventing styles that define roller disco and modern jam skating. So the stuff that we can see now at like at roller cave all came from that, you know, that generation.
There were places like the Empire Skate Center in Brooklyn, huge for black skate culture, DJs mixing funk, soul, and disco, skaters inventing beautiful new super technical dance styles.
In Chicago, there was a place called JB Skating, which was named for James Brown. So all funky footwork, deep knee bends. Detroit had its own soul style. Philly has kind of a fast backwards thing that happens. Atlanta has its own flair. And so city by city, rinks kind of become cultural hubs. And you could sort of identify where people were from based on their skate style.
Oh, that's amazing. And those rinks they were like early music venues. So a lot of hip hop and R&B acts played roller rinks long before they were doing arenas. You've got artists like Queen Latifah, NWA, Salt and Peppa. Rinks were a key stop for them.
That is cool. So there's a great modern documentary called United Skates, and that follows black skate communities that are fighting to keep their rinks open. And that really shows how crucial those spaces are. And they weren't just for fun, but they were there for community. They were there for culture. They were there for joy. And, you know, so important to those communities.
And unsurprisingly, there's a whole other strand of skates, rinks as spaces for queer and gender bending folks.
Yeah. There was a place called Flipper's Roller Boogie Palace in West Hollywood.
I
know, right?
It.
So that was in the late 70s into the early 80s. It was a wild mix of drag queens, punk kids, Hollywood celebrities, musicians. Prince performed there in stockings and heels. Thank you very much. The Go-Go's played. So very glitter, queer rock and roll energy.
And in a different way, roller derby becomes this big feminist, often queer-centered place. Women on skates, hitting each other, taking up space, being loud. That's been happening since the mid-20th century. And then things get this huge DIY revival in the 2000s.
I love it.
Of like derby.
So when we think back on our rink memories, especially as girls, that feeling of freedom and power and being in your body, which you kind of had to do.
Absolutely.
Right? Like you had to do in order to be able to skate. So that's part of kind of a much longer story of people using these spaces to really claim dignity and joy, even when all of the rules were kind of set up against them.
Let's talk about what happened when the disco ball era started to fade. The skates got skinny again. And everything became like extreme sports.
Then you get into the whole rollerblade thing, right? So late 70s, early 80s, we've got roller discos. We've got movies like Roller Boogie. We've got Skate Town USA. We have your favorite movie of all time, Xanadu.
Let's just fucking unpack Xanadu for a minute.
So good.
It deserves its own podcast episode.
Really does.
And we'll just leave it at that.
I love it.
But I mean, the daughters of Zeus, roller skating. This makes so much sense.
Could Olivia Newton-John have looked any more gorgeous?
Sunny. Hello.
I mean, he was pretty.
He painted album covers. Everything about this movie is like
It's really
romance
good.
and lost art. But we're going to transition and talk about other things.
I know. We could totally get sucked
and
into this
inline
movie.
skating. That's what we were talking about. I was like, what the fuck is happening? So we moved from the roller skating that you and I grew up with to modern inline skates.
The Olsen brothers in Minnesota, they take this old inline concept. They use modern plastics. They use regular like skate bearings.
Mhm.
And then they market that whole thing as the rollerblades. So
Mhm.
that was where that name came from, rollerblade.
Mhm.
At first, it's really more for hockey players to kind of learn to train off season. So do you remember? I remember
That
when
was reasonable.
Yeah. And I remember when I first saw rollerblades and you'd see people that would like, it would look like they were icing, right? Like where they do the,
Yeah.
you know, like,
For sure.
like to stop,
Yes.
you either like pointed your toes together
Uh-huh.
or whatever. Anyway, so then it becomes a full blown fitness fad. Like everybody is rollerblading in
That's where everything
far
goes wrong.
too tight bike shorts, right? Like it's not great.
And then at the same time, like home entertainment explodes. Cable TV, VCRs, video games, malls. If you're a suburban teen, suddenly you have a lot more options than just going to like skate in circles
I mean,
with
once
your
you
friends.
get the car, right?
Yeah.
You didn't really have to go
that's so
skating to hang out with your friends
true.
anymore.
Yeah. And you can like stay home and watch
Yeah.
a movie or like go to your friends or you're playing your Atari.
Right.
So you don't have to like pump all your quarters into the arcade.
Yeah.
If only we'd known, we would have never done that and saved all the
I would
arcades.
still have done it.
But what was the consequence of
Well,
that?
so rink owners started dealing with rising real estate prices,
fair.
insurance costs, because I'm positive, like,
Sure.
you know, a bunch of kids on wheels, probably not super cheap for insurance.
Mhm.
Maintenance on those big buildings. So think about those big giant buildings and how much it
Mhm.
must cost to like, I don't know, put a roof on that thing.
For fucking sure.
Some of them pivot. So they add in things like roller hockey leagues. They add in speed skating. They turn into kind of those birthday party machines. That's where
Yep.
you would go for, you know, Sally's birthday party.
Here we're going to go. We're going to go skate. Keeps the kids busy and sweaty.
Yeah.
And other rinks just like fade away. From the mid 2000s to the late 2010s, the number of roller skaters in the US drops a lot and a ton of rinks close. Some of our childhood rinks are now like churches, warehouses, big box stores.
Yours, we're not sure if it's still around. I know mine
I don't know
is
if
still
it's
there.
physically there. I can't remember. I do
Where was it
remember
located?
its transition from, it was like off of, oh gosh, my school was over by like the museum, the art museum and like Cold Springs
Okay.
Road and that kind of thing. So it was like 38th Street and 465.
On the west side?
On the west side.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gone. But I think it hung on there for a really long
It
time.
was, I remember it going pink and yellow. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, that's weird. It's USA Skates. Hello.
And I think when I played roller derby, it was still sort of around. And then it kind of pooped out. So
I'm peeking. I'm looking. There are still United Skates. Oh, maybe that's what it became. United Skates of America, Skatelands. In my
Oh,
brain, it was
Skateland.
just like, yeah, it was at 38th and 465.
Yeah.
That's definitely where it was. That's so funny. Yeah, there's like a memory page, like a nostalgia
Aw.
page. We're not going to
Sad.
mention that word. But that's so
Sad.
cute. So it's probably not there anymore,
Yeah.
but that's where I was.
Yeah. Well, we should go skate at roller cave.
Oh,
And you,
Oh,
could, you
yes.
could smell the smell I'm talking about.
my kids have been to a party there, but I don't know if I ever walked in. I was just like,
It's just-
goodbye.
it really is, like,
amazing.
it's wild. So in the 2020s, the most 2020 twist happened, right? You had a
Yes.
you had a stupid global pandemic.
Very stupid.
But what that does is it actually
sad.
brings roller skating back to some level.
Why?
Well, I mean,
Why don't I tell you? I have it written down here.
Yeah.
Why? That was my spontaneous question.
Why?
Duh, because people are stuck at home and they need something to do outside by themselves.
That's right.
Bike shops and skate shops suddenly can't keep inline skates and quads in stock. Some companies report their biggest sales in decades.
So I will say that after I
Christ.
finished roller derby, I was like, I'm packing my skates away.
Mhm.
So I've got this fabulous pair of pretty expensive Rydell skates
Sure.
that are packed away in a suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little nervous to ever open it again because there is a smell that comes with roller derby that is something I cannot even describe. I do think I could package it, send it to Russia, and probably
Make
a
couple bucks.
well, probably just get rid of like America's enemies, like I could probably just knock them out.
This is going to be the new propaganda.
So bad. So I don't open that box. But I did buy myself, there's a company called Moxie Skates, and they're beautiful. They're like, the ones I have are purple, and they're like a purple velvet, and they're gorgeous. So I bought those, and I bought outdoor wheels to go with those. And I took them out for a couple spins. There's just no place near me that had like decent, like, I'd have to go to like the Monon or something, like a bike trail or something and do it. But I would love to put those on and just go back to the rink. But and TikTok and Instagram, you see like all of these gorgeous kind of retro looking skate videos.
Yes.
There are people out in pastel outfits. They're doing smooth dance moves. They're doing the turns and the twists, and they're on empty parking lots. They're on boardwalks.
We just need to be somewhere.
Oh my God. Some of them, like a lot of those videos are like gals and guys in California, just out, by the beach, and super jelly.
That's amazing. So now we've got this like interesting mix of old school rinks that are kind of lingering, sometimes with adult skate nights. That could mean a lot of things, actually. I have questions. New urban park rinks like the Brooklyn Bridge Park, or like the park that's on the west side of Indianapolis. And then this outdoor social media skating scene that's like half throwback, half new. Everything old is new again.
And, and these Gen X women who are like me.
Like you.
Who are like, okay, it's in lockdown. I'm going to go buy myself some skates. And then I remember that, my needs are no longer under warranty.
Was it a little... I mean, you just went a couple times.
Yeah.
How was it?
It's a little scary. And that's crazy.
Did
because
you
noticed
that?
I played roller derby in my 40s.
Yeah. You threw yourself around. It's
I
aggressive.
Did. And then now I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that.
I might break a hip.
Watch I'd have to be really careful. I'd have to make sure that my trucks are like in really good shape, and there's all kinds of lingo that I could tell you about.
And there's nobody around.
I mean, I used to go when Gillian was a kid, when she was little. She would go to the roller cave, and she would, be at a skating party.
Do her thing.
And I would show up, and I would strap my skates on, and like literally, if a kid would fall down, I would jump over them. I am pretty sure there were some parents who didn't like me, but they were perfect for training because you could like skate around them and like over them. That's great.
I fucking love it.
Get some good air and just
Mommy
like,
dearest at the
my daughter
rink.
Thought it was badass.
That's
so
amazing.
Fun.
I have not been on roller skates in 47 billion years. I've done ice skating.
Oh my God.
As an adult, but not roller skating. I don't think so.
We should go.
I think
we really should
bowled more than I've done roller skating. I will roll I think bowling alleys are similar vibes.
Yes. They are a similar
roller rinks
vibe.
And there's less like falling. So there we go.
And thankfully you don't have the cigarette smoke that used to at bowling alleys. Like I could bowl now because it.
Do you want to know like a weird little fun fact?
Sure, yeah.
We're in November now. We just got through October. In the 80s, Ronald Reagan declared October National Roller Skating Month.
Really? Mm-hmm. So he was good for something.
For a minute there, I guess skating was patriotic, but there was the United Skates land too.
I would like to point out that producer Tim just put his hands directly in his head, or his head directly in his hands when I said.
He's like, my God,
like, oh
women.
My God, lady. So through all of everything, you know, that magic hasn't changed. Like roller skating is still roller skating. You got the smooth floor. You have, something over your head with some lights and some disco balls. You've got music that's pumping, and you've got wheels on your feet. And that's pretty sweet.
That's amazing.
Pretty sweet. So
do you have any skating stories, dear listeners? Please send them our way.
If you are like us and remember fondly that strapping on your skates.
Maybe you skated at our rinks.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. If you're local,
tell us what your like Oh, go ahead.
Sounds familiar to you? Yeah.
Yeah. Send us those. Tell us about your favorite song.
Where
what
did
kind
you
of trouble
skate?
did you get in at the skating rink? I'm sure other people had
Did
more
you have
exciting.
a nook? Did you have a little nook like the roller
A make
cave?
out nook.
Well, make out nook.
I do remember
I think
that.
there was a wall too, come to think of it. And you could like sit down behind the wall.
Well, if it was
really
anything
wanted
like
to get nookie.
Oh, we didn't. Yeah, we do. We have roller hockey. I was like, if it's anything like ice hockey, there was like the box where all the hockey players would sit and we could get in and out of that. That was at the old Coliseum downtown. Yep. And it definitely had a wall. And you could definitely sit by a cute person if there were any, which there weren't very often.
I mean, if they were playing hockey, they probably didn't have a lot of teeth.
Fair point. This was a figure skating class.
Oh.
You could go kind of check out. Well, that was a good time.
That was fun.
That was fun. This was joy.
It was joy. It was joy. It was a good memory of where all of this came from. And I love the history of it. I think it's so fun.
Interesting.
And it's
high level.
Way older than I thought.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But like, those Victorian England people, they were fucking nuts. They do whatever. It's like, sure, that's fine. I have on more clothes than God. It's fine.
That's where the unicycle came from.
Yes,
and
like unhinged.
Right.
Okay, but you didn't know any better. So you're like, this seems safe. Let's do it.
Because nobody unionized yet.
Well, no, and we had children in factories where they belonged.
That's right.
So
get in there.
That is all sarcasm. Sarcasm, just to be clear.
And don't get us started on lawn darts.
You have been listening to Gen X Women Are Sick of This Shit. Hey, Megan.
Hey, Leslie.
What do people do if they want to find us?
Well, we have a website that people can find us on, and that is genxwomenpod.com. We also have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram account as well. We have a YouTube account where we put YouTube shorts and other little tidbits up there. We have a TikTok account.
I don't talk the tick or tick the talk.
You don't tick the talk?
I do not.
I barely talk the tick, but I did put a TikTok up.
We're explaining the internet to people again.
That's
okay, though.
It's great.
We need to know how the internet works. Can people buy merch?
They absolutely can. We have a merch store on the website itself, and we also have an Etsy store, too. So they're just pretty easy to find. It's just Gen X Women on Etsy.
And if you are listening to this podcast, presumably you found it somewhere. And while you're there, give us a review.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Throw some stars at us.
That'd be great. We'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Ooh, 5.
Maybe 10.
And also make sure that you are hitting subscribe so that you're notified whenever a new episode drops.
Most important.
We also have a 5 minutes of fame that I think we should tell people about, too.
Hell yes. We want to know your stories, your 5 minutes of fame stories. You can send those stories in on the website, or you can call 1-888-GEN-X-POD and leave your story for us, and we will play it live in our next episode. Or 2 or 3.
We'll listen to it on a little red phone just like Batman.
That'd be cool. Let's get a bat phone.
A bat phone.
I think that's it.
I think you're right.